Hey, what's up? Welcome to Keto Cooking Live. How you guys doing? Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. It was Mother's Day weekend. I hope you guys got to spend quality time with your mom and loved one. It's winter in New York, although we're in the middle of spring. I love it. Hold on, I'm parched. Sparkling water. How you guys doing? Welcome to Keto Cooking Live. Today we got something real scrumptious for you, all right? We've got Keto Cajun shrimp and grits. Yeah, I know. You're thinking like, man, I'm doing keto. I got to give up grits. I miss my grits. Well, we're not exactly using cornmeal today because, you know, corn is a grain and it's not keto. So we're actually going to be doing cauliflower. A little bit different. Now, if you've been following me for a while, it wasn't on YouTube. I did another video where we did like this macadamia crusted filet mignon with a cauliflower puree. Woo! Yeah, I have to get that up on YouTube. But today we're gonna make this delicious, velvety, amazingly good cauliflower puree, and that is what we're gonna convert into our nice, cheesy, oozy, creamy grits, baby, because I miss them grits, all right? Now, let's get right to it, okay? So like I said, we're making keto Cajun shrimp and grits, all right? Except the grits are a little, you know, they're keto grits, right? So you know what that means. That means we're using cauliflower. So let's get right to it. We're gonna make this nice, delicious, velvety cauliflower puree. So you're actually gonna learn two recipes in one because this recipe puree right here, if there's someone that you have eyes for and you're trying to seduce them, this is the way to go. But we're going to convert it into some cheesy grits, all right? So I'm going to start off with some onion. The recipe's in the description down below. So I have some onion here. And let's get this fire going. And some olive oil, right? So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna cook our onions down. Let's season that up with a little bit of salt. I have my pepper mill somewhere around here. We're gonna cook our onions down. We get them nice and soft and translucent. And let's see. And we're gonna get our onions nice and soft and translucent. And then we're gonna add our cauliflower to that. All right. Then we're gonna steam that with a little bit of stock and cream and get that nice and soft. And then we're gonna turn that into a nice, rich cauliflower puree, which, like I said, in and of itself, that's one of my signature go-tos. It's like I've served it. I did this keto brunch where I served the cauliflower puree, and the guests, knowing that you can't have potatoes with the keto diet, they thought it was potatoes, so everyone just stood quiet, thinking I messed up and I gave potatoes. And at the end, they're like, "Oh, we thought you couldn't have potatoes on a keto diet." Gotcha. All right, it was this cauliflower puree which has no potato. All right, super delicious. All right, so I have my cauliflower over here. See, today I'm prepared. All right, today I'm prepared, kind of. I have my cauliflower here that I cut up. It's about 1 to 2 inch chunks. You just want it uniform so it can cook uniform. My onions are heating up, and I'm gonna get that nice and translucent. All right, see, show you over here with the good lighting, what that's looking like. Let me keep it on the fire for a second, but I'm gonna get the onions going, get those nice and translucent. And once they're nice and softened, I'm gonna add my cauliflower to that. We're gonna hit it with a little bit of stock. All right, I happen to have my own stock. You know, I'm always cooking, so I always have extra stock or broth left over. Bone broth is great. I'm gonna get a little bit of stock and then a touch of cream. Then we're gonna steam that and get it nice and soft. And then we're gonna puree that into a nice, rich, velvety cauliflower puree, which, like I said, in and of itself, it's like water to chocolate, okay? Now, woo, smelling good already, okay? So we have the onions going, okay? Onions are going. And that's gonna be about 5, 7, 10 minutes, depending on your heat and your stove and how hot you're going. You want to watch it to make sure that you're not burning and getting too much color too quickly. We want to get those softened up. and cook, all right? Give them that little saute. So we have our cauliflower here. Now, the other components to this is our shrimp, okay? So these shrimp, we just made a real, I make my own Cajun seasoning, and you can buy your own Cajun seasoning, but I would always advise that no matter what you're buying, to look at the ingredients in the back, all right? Because some big food and big food corporations are sneaky in there. I'm not saying that they're trying to, you know, give you some unhealthy stuff to make you unhealthy. I'm just saying that they're giving you some unhealthy stuff to make money, okay? So they're not doing it, you know, I'm not saying that they're doing purposely to get you sick, but they're doing it to make money, and they add other chemicals and preservatives in there that you don't really need. A Cajun seasoning is just a few ingredients that you can make at home, okay? It's paprika, it has paprika, garlic powder, salt, black pepper. Some people put white pepper. I just use black pepper, and then some oregano, some thyme, and onion powder. Okay, and you know, like there's a bunch of recipes online for it. If you know, if you guys want a recipe, comment down below, and I'll be happy to include that for you. I'll be happy to answer your question and include that in the comments below. But like I said, it's just a few ingredients. You know, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, oregano, thyme, and am I forgetting some salt? Okay, so that's all that Cajun seasoning is, right? So now my onions are getting nice and soft and translucent. I'm liking how that's smelling. All right, so now they're getting nice and soft and translucent. So I'm going to add to that my cauliflower, right? Let me show you over here how the onions are looking, all right? See how they're nice and translucent there? All right. Beauty is. Now, I'm going to add my cauliflower to that. Again, I'm going to season lightly because when we're cooking, we're always seasoning in layers, right? We're always seasoning in layers when we're cooking. So let me get a little bit of salt. All right. Booyah. Where's my spoon? Okay. Thought I had everything. All right, so we're gonna give this a stir. Just to get the oil on all of the cauliflower, because oil or fat is a conduit for heat, all right? So if you don't have any fat or any oil touching your food, you're not really cooking, all right? You're just kind of like steaming or it's kind of like a sauna in, you know? I don't know if that's a term, but, you know, when you go in a sauna, you're not really cooking, right? So that's what you're doing in your food. If there's no fat to be that conduit for the heat, all right? Now, let me get a lid. Get a lid. And so we're just gonna let that go for just a minute. I'm gonna add to that some stock. And you just want to add enough stock to come up halfway up the sides, all right? You don't want to cover it. You don't want to submerge. You just want it to come halfway up the sides. So it's going to be like kind of steaming. And then also when you add the cream and it starts to simmer, that's going to, you know, the cream is going to rise a little bit when it starts to simmer. So you don't need that much liquid in here. All right, I'm just going to add just a little bit of cream to that. Let's give this a stir. And let's get that covered. Now I'm gonna put that on the back burner. Now I know where that phrase comes from. All right, great. So we're gonna start to get into the shrimp, baby, okay? But let's talk a little bit about these grits before we jump into the shrimp. Now, we have in here, we started off with some extra virgin olive oil and some onion. Heated that up. We got our onions nice and translucent, seasoned with a little bit of salt. Then we added our big bite-sized pieces of cauliflower. We cut those into about I cut those into about 1 to 2 inch pieces, nice uniform chunks. You can do it smaller if you want, that's fine. And I use the stem and all, just cut everything up nice and uniform. It's gonna give you a lot of flavor, a lot of nutrients. You don't wanna waste the stem. This is one of those great recipes that you can take advantage of that. And so we got that going in there. Now we added to that some of my stock and a little bit of cream. I'm going to bring that to a simmer. We're going to simmer that for a few minutes and just let it, just until everything gets soft and translucent. Once it's soft and broken down, the cauliflower is broken down, depending on how high this goes, how much liquid, how much cauliflower you have in the pot. It could be 5 minutes, it could be 10 minutes, it could be 20 minutes. You know, if you're making a big pot and it takes a long time to heat up, it could take 10, 20 minutes, you know, or more to get it done. But here I'm just making a little bit, so it should cook in under 10 minutes, all right? Once that's done, I'm going to drain that liquid and I'm going to puree that, all right? You can use a blender or a food processor. I'm going to be using my stick blender, my immersion blender, so I can do it right in the pot. I'm going to puree that into a nice puree, like a mash consistency. And then we're going to melt a little bit of butter, a little bit of cream, and then some smoked gouda, all right? Smoked gouda. So it's going to be cheesy, creamy, smoked. What's better than that, all right? Now, I'm going to let that go. I don't want to uncover this. I want to heat up as quick as possible. But let's get into this shrimp, all right? So we're making some Cajun shrimp. I got some nice, what they call in the supermarket, colossal. I think these are like 13, 15 a pound. So that means that there's 13 to 15 a pound. Since there's 16 ounces in a pound, each one of these bad boys is about an ounce in size. All right. So if you're counting, you know, how much you're eating, that's a good way to know. Okay. But that's the way shrimp is usually sold. If you see shrimp and it says 16 to 20, that means there's 16 to 20 in a pound. So you eat 8 to 10, that's half a pound of shrimp. Okay. Now I'm going to add some love to these shrimp, like love, like we're going to add some love to these shrimp. All right. So the shrimp, instead of just going with some oil and sauteing them, first we're going to render some bacon. Okay. If you've been watching me, you know bacon is my favorite vegetable, okay? I put it in everything except my water, and I love it, all right? So we're gonna get I have some bacon here. I cut into like little half-inch pieces, all right? Little half-inch pieces. So it's just 2 strips of bacon I have in here, cut into half-inch pieces. And we're gonna crisp this up. It's gonna render its own fat. There's a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in here. The bacon is going to render its own fat. It's going to get nice and golden and crispy. We're going to remove that bacon from the pan. When it gets crispy, this is smelling good. Woo! We're going to remove that bacon from the pan when it gets crispy. And we're going to cook our shrimp in that bacon grease. Oh, man. I'm telling you. This shrimp and grits, it might trump any shrimp and grits. You know, keto or non-keto. This might trump any shrimp and grits that you've had. All right? So, get our bacon. Woo. Get that heat going all around. So our bacon is cooking here. I have my own Cajun spice that I made myself. Like I said, it has paprika, salt, garlic powder, pepper, oregano, thyme, and onion powder. All right. And like I said, there's a bunch of recipes online. It's pretty straightforward. But if you are buying store-bought Cajun seasoning or any season that you buy, you definitely want to look at the back. You want to make sure that the ingredients match up. Last week, if you tuned in last week and you saw us make, what did we make last week? Man, time flies. Woo, oh yeah. We made lemon blueberry pancakes. So if you haven't seen that recipe, when you're done with this, go check that out. Lemon blueberry keto pancakes with keto blueberry sauce. That was good. Check that out. But yeah, we was talking last week about salt, all right? I had a salt here, table salt, and in the back it said ingredients, salt and tricalcium phosphate, all right? What the heck is that? I don't know, all right? Maybe you know, but I sure don't know. So I don't put that in my ingredients. I get my salt, I look at the ingredients, and it should only say salt, all right? The only ingredient in your salt should be salt, okay? So now, woo! Look at that. Look at that, baby. Where's my... I got all these drawers. Get some tongs over here. Mmm. Mmm. I used to wear cologne. I used to invest in cologne. Now I just smell like garlic and bacon all the time, and it's pretty effective. Some people like, what's that fragrance you're wearing? Ah! It's keto, baby. All right, so this bacon is getting nice and crispy. I'm gonna get a container and some paper towel to soak up that the extra bacon grease, and that way my bacon could get crispy. Yeah. So now, beautiful. This is going quick. I love it. I love it. We've got a good amount of bacon grease in there as well. So I probably am going to take a little bit out because it'll be too much for the shrimp. And then I'll just reserve that and use it in my eggs or, you know, or something else. Or maybe I'll make some more shrimp later. All right. So let me get these bacon bits out. All right. They're nice and golden and crispy now. All right. I know some people like their bacon like rocks. Hey, and that's okay. If you like your bacon like rocks, then go a little bit longer until you reach that rock consistency. I like my bacon like crispy, you know, still a little bite to it, but you know, crispy, but just with a little bite to it. So this is gonna be perfect. Woo! I love you. Now let me reserve some of this. Let me reserve some of this. Let me reserve some of this bacon grease because I can always add more if I need it. Put you off to the side. My cauliflower that we have not forgotten about is simmering hard, so I'm gonna cut that down to a nice rolling simmer. Check that out. Ooh, baby, you almost ready. All right, but let's get back to these shrimp. So, like I said, I have my Cajun seasoning here. All right, and I'm going to season those liberally. All right, because it's Cajun shrimp. Okay, I'm going to season those liberally. All right, so I seasoned the shrimp right here with some Cajun seasoning. A little bit more. Okay, and now we're gonna saute these inside of our bacon grease. Okay. I'm gonna heat my pan again. The bacon grease is in there. I'm gonna get that hot again. All right. This is smelling so amazing. All right, so, woo. Now, these shrimp are big, like I said, right? They're about 1 ounce each. So this will take longer to cook than if you buy some smaller shrimp. Okay, now look, there's more room for bacon grease there, and I can go ahead and add that. Like I said, less is more. You can always add. I should have known. I should have known that the rest of that shrimp was gonna be like, no, baby. Hook me up. Oh my God. Okay. So I'm gonna get that nice and hot. Gotta keep my station clean. All right. Because my chefs could be watching, you know? My chefs could be watching. And if you are, okay, I went to the French Culinary Institute, little school, few people went to, you know, me, Bobby Flay, a couple people like that. This right here, man, you need some of this in your life. So I actually made a lot today. I made a lot today because I'm hungry. I've been running around all over New York, and I've barely eaten. I don't even know about eating. So, but I'm about to. So if you have smaller shrimp, they'll cook quicker, obviously. And you'll know that it's time to turn them when they start to, get opaque, get pink, and start to look cook around the side. Then you want to turn them. When we turn them, we're not done here. We're gonna add some garlic and some butter, all right? And then we're gonna swirl that butter around to make a nice emulsified butter sauce. If you just let butter melt, it'll separate, right? But if you swirl it and swirl it, that's what the French call mountain butter, mont au beurre. Just French for mountain butter. If you mount the butter, you add the butter, then you swirl it nonstop while it's melting. The butter will emulsify and will bind and stick together, and that's how you get a nice, rich, velvety butter sauce that's not broken. Right? So that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna make a nice Cajun butter to coat these grits and these scrimps. All right. So now my shrimp is starting to turn pink around the sides. You can see that. Woo, baby. Loving that. All right? Loving that. All right? So now I'm going to flip them. Double up. Rub it down. I'm a bad man. All right, now. I got some garlic here, all right? Mine's a slice. You can mince it, dice it, whatever you want. I just have it thinly sliced, kind of diced. Ooh. And then the butter. I'm gonna let that garlic cook a little bit inside of that bacon love. Woo! Woo! And now I'm going to go with this butter and just keep swirling it until it's fully melted, all right? And that's how you're going to make a nice butter sauce, okay? That's how you mount your butter and you keep it bound and emulsified. You just keep swirling it while it melts, all right? If I stop swirling it here, my butter's going to melt and separate. All right, and my sauce is gonna break. And hey, if it breaks, it's still gonna be delicious. I'm still gonna eat it. Oh man, All right. So I didn't season with salt to begin with because Cajun seasoning does have salt in the recipe. My butter's unsalted, so you want to, double up, baby. Look at that. Look at that. Now, I'll probably top that off with some parsley. You know what I mean? Always need a little bit of green in your life. So now, hold on. The itsy bitsy spicer. All right. So now, our cauliflower. Let's come over here because you guys got to see what's happening. So see, our cauliflower is nice and softened. All right. I'm going to demonstrate with the tongs here. You see how our cauliflower is nice. It just falls apart inside of my tongs, all right? It just falls apart. So that's what you want, all right? You want it nice with the stems broken down, nice and soft, okay? Our shrimp is ready over there, okay? And it's looking lonely, so you know we're about to get busy. So I'm gonna drain this. I'm gonna go off camera right here. I'm right here, but I'm just draining this excess liquid. Woo! This smells good. Oh man, now. All right, so I've drained off that stock and that cream that was only used to cook down the cauliflower. My stick blender. Like I said, you could do this in a regular blender or a food processor. But you know, in addition to being about that keto life, I'm also about that chef life. So But they sell this at a home good, you know, a home kitchen store, whatever. And what we're gonna do here is start to break this down. Same as if we were in a blender, all right? The same as the blender. I'm just breaking it down. And since it's all cooked and soft, it's not really giving me any resistance, okay? It's turning into a nice mash right there. All right, you hang on. Now to that, we're gonna add a little bit of cream. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit of cream. Some more butter. Okay. I gotta that bacon. That bacon, baby. It's all about that bacon. About that bacon. Okay, sorry. So I'm gonna keep pureeing this until a nice smooth puree consistency, right? Woo! Now, this right here is a cauliflower puree. And if you taste this and season it, this right here will get you 100 girls on the beach. All right? 100 girls on the beach. But that's like a marriage proposal recipe. You know? All right, so now let me unplug that because I've been smart enough to clean this while it was plugged in. No. All right, so now let me show you what I have here. This nice, delicious cauliflower puree. Okay. So now you think we're done? No, we're not done because we're turning this to grits. All right, we're turning this to cheesy grits. So what I have here, I have some of this smoked gouda. I'm sorry. I try to be a lady, but I've told people over and over I'm not a lady. Okay? So we have some smoked gouda, and that's going to go into the cauliflower. I'm going to start to heat this up. And what we want to do is get that nice and melted. And we might have to add a little bit of cream, but we don't have to yet. I'm going to add all this gouda. Who am I playing with? I'm going to add all that gouda. Ow! All right. And so over about medium-high heat. Ooh, baby. Oh. Oh, man. Let me show you what's happening here, okay? Look, check it out. My Gouda's melting quickly, all right, because it has a nice low melting point. And I'm getting me some grits, baby. I'm getting me some cheesy grits. Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry. I don't know how to act right now. I feel good. Woo! All right. Look at that. Look at that. Look at them. Look at them grits. Look at them grits, okay? Look at them grits. All right? Look at that. Nice, cheesy, creamy. Keto cauliflower grits, baby. So I need a spoon. I need to taste for seasoning. I got something on the floor because I'm dancing over here. It's slippery, all right? If I fall, it's okay to laugh. Woo! It smells so good in here. I'm gonna slip. That right there, oh my goodness. That right there, oh my goodness. I gotta serve this up. I gotta serve this up because I've kept myself waiting too long. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, so got myself a bowl, okay? Got myself a bowl, and here we go. Keto, cauliflower, cheesy, grits. All right. Now we got this Cajun shrimp. Let's go with 3 for now. Let's go with 3 for now. Now we got this bacon. All right. Oh, we got this bacon over here. All right. And then let's not forget about that garlic Cajun butter. All right. That garlic Cajun butter. All right. So this is my favorite part of the show. Oh my goodness. If you could smell this right now, man, I'm gonna stop talking. I need a moment. Oh my God. I haven't even got to the shrimp yet. This is gonna be my new favorite dish. Ever. See the bad boys. Oh my God. Oh my God. Woo! All right. Look at my bearings. After one more bite. Okay, so that's good. Whoa, baby, that's good. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Keto Cooking Live for our Keto Cajun shrimp and grits. This right here is so comforting. And let me tell you, one of the biggest things for me to give up when I went into keto was corn. I love corn. I love polenta. I love grits. I like fried polenta. I like corn on the cob. I like these things that we do call surillos. There's like a corn fritter, with sometimes with cheese inside. I like a corn casserole. I like corn bread. I like corn tortillas more than flour tortillas. I am a corn junkie. But this right here, you ain't never gonna miss no grits ever. This is crazy. I fooled myself. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Please, if there's anyone in your life that you remotely care about, make this for them. I hope that's yourself, Make this for yourself. This is that good. And if you know anyone that's interested in keto, wants delicious recipes, that'll help them lose weight, get healthier, avoid chronic disease, please share this video with them. Share it in your groups, on all your social media. Text it to people. It's a beautiful thing about YouTube. You can just text it. You can email. You can copy the link and share wherever you like. I really appreciate your help in spreading the message and Thank you so much for tuning in this week. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe down below and press the notification bell so you guys can get notified every time I go live every week at 6:30 Tuesdays Eastern Standard Time. And thanks so much for tuning in. All right, I love you guys. Please give this recipe a like. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like down below. If you try the recipe, please comment. Let me know what you thought. And man, I need to be alone right now. Oh my God, guys! Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you. Happy Tuesday. Mwah. Peace. Now, how do I end this? Oh, there we go.